What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another unboxing video on the How Do You Figure podcast YouTube channel. As always, I'm your host for these, Blake Schultz, and today we are looking at another iteration in the 30th anniversary Sonic the Hedgehog Jakk specific line. This time it is Dr. Eggman, although in this design I knew him as a youngster as Dr. Robotnik. I was there when it changed in Sonic Adventure, and it was a time. And let me tell you, a young Blake was always confused why we changed that name from Robotnik to Eggman, and why Robotnik, an evil scientist, would let his arch nemesis Sonic make a nickname for him that would stick. You should be fighting for your name. But that's neither here nor there. As I kind of mentioned on the Metal Sonic unboxing, or Mecha Sonic, I'm sorry, the Mecha Sonic unboxing video last week, I love this line. I'm super excited that it's here. I think it's great. It really echoes to the old Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Sonic 3 games that I grew up with and loved to see, and finally seeing them in these big action figure settings is great. I just don't feel like there was that much Sonic stuff growing up when I was really young. There was the Burger King line that I talked about already, but here we are now. Or was it McDonald's? I think it was McDonald's. Either way, a Happy Meal line. You know what I'm talking about. It doesn't really matter. But here we are now with Dr. Eggman. We have the same, boxing that we've always had. I don't think it's anything too unique or special. It's almost bare bones. It just is like, it's Sonic, it's the 30th anniversary, it's Jakks, and it's Dr. Eggman. Everything you need to know. It's very minimalistic almost. You can see him bright and clear there in what really looks like his old 2D design with an old spinny post. That's a fun accessory for him. And on the back, you have kind of your run through of him. You have another profile shot, his bio, the 13 points of articulation, and a collect them all checklist, which I always like to have. This wave had Dr. Eggman, a Laughing Sonic with a Yellow Spring, Mecha Sonic, and Mighty. It's a pretty good wave all in all. It's fun having Mighty kind of mixed in with those other characters. I would love a whole Chaotix wave, really. I think a Knuckles Chaotix wave would be great. But until that day comes, we just have Dr. Eggman. So that's the art and everything else. It looks good. I like it. I almost wish there was more homaginess to the 30th anniversary, a first appearance, a image of him from the old game, something like that. But otherwise, it looks pretty good. Let's get it open. And there we have it. Standing out there, the first thing you immediately notice is the kind of a girth of him and his posture and his almost comical arms coming out, which I think actually adds to the figure and is a nice little detail. It's a very fun, almost cartoony look to him. His eyes are very much those old glasses that he wore. They have kind of this shining effect on it, which makes it look really classic and almost vintage. It's a nice little detail. It's like he popped right out of the instruction manual. His articulation is pretty good. You have kind of the arms that'll move. It's a little stiff, but his elbow joints also go, his hands. And, the one kind of weird part is like, as you can sort of see where his arm bends is almost strange. It's not quite up. It's almost closer to his gut. And then the rest of him goes. Pretty regular leg joint stuff there. These are way looser than his arms are, which makes me a little concerned because similar to the Sonic one from the last wave, I feel like if he's not exactly where he needs to be, he's going to topple over, which I think this whole wave, because they're doing such a good job of getting the body types and physiques right. The Sonic has all those big, heavy spikes behind him, and Tails has his big tail behind him. And Robotnik is obviously a very rotund individual. That it would have been nice if these came with a stand or something to help, because I feel like if just anything is off, he's a little bit better because his feet are very long, but if anything is off in that standing up, they kind of roll right over. What I do really like is actually this goalpost, and I don't know why I like it so much. It's probably just because it's from the old game and I'm a sucker for nostalgia, but if I don't knock it over every time, it spins just like the old game used to, gives it a fun little look and a fun sense of what that was about. It would have been really easy to just make this a static item, so having it move, I think, adds kind of a lot to it, and it's a fun little detail, and it was an easy detail to do. And all in all, I'm loving this wave. I think what I'd love to see come with it now is almost an accessory pack that you could just put all of the old robots in. I would love to see some of the first Sonic and second Sonic game, the Caterpillar, the Roly Poly, any of those things. You could put 4 of them in there, and I would buy it just to have crawling around and expand on the space. I think there's so much Jakks could do with these Sonic license, and there's so much they can even do with just the 30th anniversary wave. And these old games are just they're mined with characters you can do. We talked about the chaotics already. I'd love to see any Sonic Adventure characters, Sonic 3 and Knuckles, Sonic CD, villains, more robots. There's a lot to see, but I want to know what you guys want to see. So let us know in the comments what else you want to see from this line. If you're enjoying it so far, what else could they do to really celebrate the 30th anniversary of Sonic the Hedgehog? And of course, don't forget to subscribe and then head over to your favorite podcast app and you can check out our full podcast, How Do You Figure, with me, Justin, and a special guest every week. We have a lot of stuff coming up there and a lot of stuff that's already up. So feel free to go over there, leave us a review, and of course, follow the show on How Do You Figure PC on Twitter and Instagram. And I'm at, as always, Blake, and we will see you guys next time.